Hey, what's going on YouTube? This your boy E. Dr. King coming back at you with my Elimination Chamber review. I'm sorry I didn't put it out yesterday morning like I promised. I was experiencing some technical difficulties with my computer, and then once I straightened those things out, I had recorded it. But once I heard the playback, the audio was messed up, so I decided to just ditch that or whatever and record a whole new review. So, like I said, I apologize for bringing this out late. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this review. Okay, the first match was the pre-show match featuring the Rhodes brothers, Cody and Goldust, and the team of Ryback and Curtis Axel. This is an okay match. Some of the noteworthy things about the match were Curtis Axel came out with his granddad, Larry the Axe Hennig. That was cool. The crowd reacted to them pretty good. You know, they were in their hometown of Minnesota. Um, it was some good spots in this match. One spot I really liked was when Ryback and Axel were standing outside. Cody came off the top ropes and Goldust came with a moonsault off the apron. That looked pretty cool. That was a really good spot. This match ends when Cody hits Curtis Axel with the crossover to pick up the win. Like I said, in my opinion, this is an okay match. Not bad for a pre-show match. Um, Moving along. Okay, so the next match we get on the card was Big E versus Jack Swagger for the Intercontinental Championship. This was surprisingly a good match. Before this happened, I didn't have any intentions on this match. This wasn't one of the matches I really cared for, but this has turned out to be one of the matches I enjoyed on the show. Big E had a really good showing in this match, and Swagger was pretty cool too. The crowd was into both of those guys. We were getting "We the People" chants. And like I said, Big E did a really good showing. He was really crisp in the ring. His athleticism was up there. He was showing some really good athleticism. And one of the cool spots in the match was when Swagger had Big E laying down in the corner on the mat, and he went to go do a Swagger bomb. And when he came to land it, Big E stood up and caught him in midair. So Swagger somehow wiggled out of it and landed on the apron. And Biggie hit the ropes and they came back and then speared him through the ropes and they both fell outside. That was a really cool spot. I really enjoyed that spot. You got the match concluding when Big E hit Swagger with the big ending to get the win. This is, like I said, this is a better match more than what I anticipated it to be. I really enjoyed this match. Okay, so next we got a segment right after the match from Wade Barrett up on his podium talking this bad news shit. This will be a continuous thing throughout the night. After every match, this guy will come out and say some shit about somebody, saying he has bad news for people. This was the continuous thing throughout the night. Okay, so the next match on the card was for the tag team titles. You had the New Age Outlaws, Road Dogg, and Badass Billy Gunn versus the Usos. This is a mediocre match. I really didn't really care for this match, mainly because of the New Age Outlaws, folks. In my opinion, I don't think that they can go anymore like they used to. They're not really impressive to me. They kind of hampered this match with their inability to keep up with the Usos. The Usos, you know, put a good showing on, but it's just that the New Age Outlaws, to me, didn't keep up with those guys. So you got a kind of a lackluster match. The New Age Outlaws was on a chicken hill shit the entire match. I really don't like that when the Hills do that. We got some CM Punk chants during the match. The crowd was chanting CM Punk a lot through the night actually. Um, the match concludes when Road Dogg gets on the apron and one of the Usos turn around and gets distracted by him, He super kicks Road Dogg off the apron, and Billy Gunn comes up behind him and rolls him up for the pin to get the win. Like I said, this match was mediocre. I really didn't care for this match. Okay, so then we get a match between former tag partners Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. This match was boring. I didn't really like this match, and the crowd apparently didn't like it either. They were chanting, "We want Lesnar, we want Ziggler," as soon as the match started. They didn't give this match the time of day. Uh, Nothing really noteworthy in this match happened. You get Titus O'Neil picking up the win by hitting Darren Young with the Clash of the Titans, and that pretty much is it with that match. Nothing really to talk about that match. Okay, so then we get the match of the night. Just like I anticipated, just like everybody was expecting, you got the Shield versus the Wyatts. This match was fucking amazing. This match is so crazy that before the match even started, we had "This is awesome, this is awesome" chants before the match even started. So once the two teams got in the ring, they had a standoff for about a minute or so, and the crowd started chanting, "Let's go Wyatt, let's go Shield, let's go Wyatt, let's go Shield." The match was crazy. The crowd was into this match a lot. They really was into this match. Um, One of the cool spots was when you had Luke Harper put Seth Rollins on the top turnbuckle, and he went to go for a backdrop. And when he went for the backdrop, Seth Rollins flipped out of it and landed on his feet. The crowd went nuts. I was in my home snapping. I was amazed by that spot. That was a really good spot. Another cool spot is when Luke Harper hit the ropes and did a dive through the ropes to hit Dean Ambrose, and then Seth Rollins followed him immediately by doing a front flip over the top ropes. That was a really cool spot too. I like that one. You had Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose get into a rumble that spilled over into the crowd. They fell over the barricades and start brawling the crowd, and they went towards the back or up the steps somewhere. And that pretty much is the last time I saw Dean Ambrose. I didn't see him after that. I don't know where he went. He just didn't come back to the match. And then we had another cool spot when Harper and Rowan put Seth Rollins through the Spanish announce table. They had stood on the announce table where JBL and the King be sitting at. They had him hemmed up, and they just slammed him through the table. That was a really cool spot. The crowd was into that. They was chanting "Holy shit" when that happened. So that was pretty much it for Seth Rollins. So now you got Roman Reigns in the ring, basically just by himself. Because like I said, Dean Ambrose, he disappeared the crowd, and that was the last time I seen him. And Seth Rollins was laid out on the mat, so Roman Reigns is forced to fend for himself against the other three Wyatts. But he held his own. He cleared the ring. Uh, he cleared the ring. So later on in the match, you have it conclude when Reigns hits Harper with a spear, and as soon as he turns around, Bray Wyatt catches him with the Sister Abigail to get the win. This is a really good match, folks. Uh, for those of you who probably haven't seen it, please go check that out. That's really worth your time to go check that match out. I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy just like I did. So moving on to the next match. Okay, so then you have AJ Lee come out with Tamina Snuka. AJ gets in the ring, hops on the mic and says, "It would have been nice to face Naomi, but it's too bad she broke her face." And then you hear Brodus Clay / Xavier Woods, "Somebody Call My Mama" music hit, and out walks Cameron. So then we get a piss break match between the two divas. This match is boring. I really didn't like this match. Nothing noteworthy about this match. Well, I'm gonna get to a minute something I didn't like about the match, but you had the match include when Tamina clotheslines Cameron when she's outside, and that disqualifies AJ Lee. So Cameron picks up the victory by DQ. But one of the things I didn't like about the match, though, that stood out to me was you had during the match you had Tamina go for a super kick on Cameron or whatever, and she moved out the way and she kicked AJ Lee, and the referee's just looking at this the whole time, and he doesn't DQ Cameron or anything like that. I'm guessing because AJ Lee and Tamina are rolling together, but it's still somebody interfering in the match by hitting the superstar. And the one thing, if the referee didn't see it, but he's looking right at it and didn't ring the bell, that was crazy to me. And then you had once Tamina clotheslines Cameron, then he wants to ring the bell. That was just something crazy to me. I didn't like that. I picked up on that, and I didn't like that. But that was pretty much it for that match. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Okay, so the next match we get on the card is between Batista and Del Rio. Batista walks out, gets in the ring. So then Alberto music hits. He comes out, but he's in street clothes. He has on a track set. He has a neck brace, and he's walking out on crutches. So he gets in the ring and hops on the mic and says he's unable to compete tonight due to injuries or whatever. But that was the 52 fake out. He started hitting Batista over the head with the crutches, start beating him with the crutch or whatever, and then the match starts. The crowd started chanting "Boo Tista." They started doing Daniel Bryan chants, CM Punk chants, Y2J chants, RVD chants, We Want Lesnar chants. I want to say something real quick, people. So far, this Batista return has been an epic fail. I just want to throw that out there. Now, I don't mean to piss off any of his fans. I know he still has a nice fan base of fans that's really into him and support him. I don't mean to piss y'all off. I'm just being honest. This return has been an epic fail. The way WWE is booking him is to be a face, and Del Rio is a heel. But in the match, you got people booing Batista and people cheering Del Rio. It's like it's not playing the way they wanted. This Batista run isn't panning out the way the company wants it to pan out, and I'm sure they got to be scratching their heads about this. So this match is boring. Batista looks trash. He looks like he's not in no type of ring shape. People want to talk about he lost the bulk of his physique and all that. I really don't care for that. I care about how you can go in the ring, and he looks trash in the ring. He looks really trash in the ring. There was nothing noteworthy about this match. You had the match conclude when Batista hit Del Rio with a shitty Batista bomb, and that pretty much was it with that match. I really didn't like this match at all, and that's all I can say about that match. Moving on. Okay, so then we get the main event of the night inside the Elimination Chamber for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. You got Christian, Sheamus, Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, and Randy Orton. The match starts off with Cesaro and Sheamus, and the other four guys are in their individual pods. You have each one of the people that's in the pods come out one by one until all 6 men are in the Elimination Chamber. Nobody got eliminated until all 6 were out the pods and active in the match. The first person to get eliminated was Sheamus. Orton suplexed him off the top ropes, and Christian hit him with a splash from off top of one of the pods and pinned him to eliminate Sheamus. Then you have Daniel Bryan hit Christian with a run of the knee and pinned him to pick up the win. The next person to go was Cesaro. Cena put him in the STF and made him tap to eliminate him. And then you have Cena put the STF on Orton, but then the lights go black and the Wyatt family appears in the ring when the lights come back on. Bray hits Cena with the Sister Abigail, and Orton pins him to pick up the win. So that eliminates Cena. So then you down to last two. You got Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton. So when after Bray Wyatt and them was going to leave the ring, Kane comes out and is asking them, what are you doing, this, that, and other, and yelling at them or whatever about what they just did to Cena. So then he walks inside the chamber, and Daniel Bryan jumps off the top ropes and catches him with a knee to knock him to the ground. So then you have Daniel Bryan hit Orton with the running knee, and when he goes to cover Orton for the pin, Kane drags the referee out of the ring to break up the count. So then you have Kane standing on the top on outside the ring or whatever, and Daniel Bryan's confronting him, and when he turns around, you have Orton hit him with an RKO, and Daniel Bryan kicked out too. Now I ain't gonna lie, when that happened, because I expected Kane to come out and interfere in the match. So when he got distracted by Kane or whatever and got RKO by Orton, I thought the match was gonna be over. I'm gonna be honest with you. But when he kicked out, I was like, oh shit, maybe they're gonna put the belt on this guy. Maybe they come to their senses to put the belt on this guy. But that didn't happen. After he kicked out, he was in the corner. It looked like he tried to set up another running knee, and Kane, hit him, interfered, hit him or whatever, and then Orton hit him with another RKO to pick up the win. And that was it with that match. The look on the fans' faces after the match was over, they just had a blank stare on their face, like people are just tired of this shit. They just tired of Bryan getting screwed by the company, not getting over, not getting the belts, and getting the run like he's supposed to. And they just looking disgusting in all the folks' eyes. They were just disgusted. I was disgusted too. I mean, I predicted all this to happen, but just seeing it pan out is just depressing. I'm just sick of this whole authority screwing over Bryan and them not giving him the spot he deserves. And that pretty much is the end of the pay-per-view. As I predicted, I pretty much got all the matches right except for one. I think that was the pre-show in my predictions. It was a okay pay-per-view at best, like I said. It was nothing great. You had a really good match between the Wyatts and the Shield. You had that IC match between Biggie and Swagger that was better than what I expected. I enjoyed that match. And then you had the Elimination Chamber match. Other than that, there wasn't really nothing really that good to me on the card. And yeah, that's it. But that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, and I'll probably be putting out my Raw review either later on today or tomorrow. I'm sorry that I'm running behind, but I'm gonna make sure I get these things out on time.